Once upon a time, in a quiet little town. The next night, Lily made a decision. She would not run. She would face the doll. She lit a small candle, placed it on her desk, and sat across from the doll. The shadows danced across the walls, but Lily's voice was steady. "I don't know who you are," she whispered, "but you can't scare me anymore. I am not afraid of you." The doll's head seemed to turn, ever so slightly. Its eyes gleamed. The whispers came again. "Lily," her hands trembled, but she held her ground. "You are only a doll. You do not control me. I am stronger than my fear." The room grew colder. The candle flickered violently, but Lily closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and spoke louder. "You don't belong here. You need to rest. I forgive you, whoever you are, but I will not be afraid of you anymore." Suddenly silence. The whispers stopped. The coldness faded. The doll's eyes no longer seemed alive. It was just a doll again. From that night on, the doll never moved again. Lily placed it back in the attic. This time was calmness in her heart. She realized something powerful. The doll had never been the true enemy. Her fear had been. By facing the doll, Lily had faced her own fear and won. Weeks later, Lily's friends noticed something different about her. She spoke with more confidence, smiled brighter, and no longer hesitated to try new things. Whenever she felt afraid, she remembered the night she faced the haunted doll. And so, Lily carried that lesson with her. Forever, bravery isn't about never feeling fear. It's about facing fear and choosing courage instead. And that, my friends, is how Lily proved that even in the darkest of nights, bravery wins. Lived a sweet young girl named Lily. Lily loved stories. She loved to draw, and she loved exploring old places. But she was also a little shy. She was brave in small ways, like speaking up in class or helping a friend, but deep inside, she often felt afraid of the unknown. One day, while exploring her grandmother's attic, Lily discovered something unusual. Covered in dust, sitting inside an old wooden chest, was a doll. It had glassy blue eyes, a torn dress, and hair that looked tangled by time. The moment Lily picked it up, she felt a strange chill run through her fingers. Her grandmother whispered, "Be careful, child. That doll has been here for many years. People say it belonged to someone long ago, someone who never let go." Lily laughed nervously, thinking it was just a story. But deep down, something about the doll felt different, almost alive. Lily brought the doll down to her room. She placed it on her shelf, among her teddy bears and books. For a moment, everything seemed fine. But that night, things began to change. As the clock struck midnight, Lily woke up to a faint sound, a soft whisper. She sat up in bed, her heart pounding. The doll was no longer sitting on the shelf. It was on her desk, facing her. "Did I move it?" Lily whispered to herself. The next morning, Lily asked her grandmother if she had touched the doll. But Grandma shook her head. "No, dear, perhaps you just imagined it." But Lily knew what she had seen. That evening, the doll's glassy eyes seemed to follow her across the room. Its head was tilted, as if it was watching her every move. When Lily turned away, she thought she heard tiny footsteps on the floor. Tap, tap, tap. She spun around, nothing. Only the doll, sitting perfectly still. The next few nights were worse. The doll began to appear in new places. Once on her bed, right beside her pillow. Once on the windowsill, staring out into the dark. And sometimes, Lily heard it whisper, "Lily." Her chest tightened. She wanted to throw the doll away, but something inside her told her it wouldn't be that simple. At school, Lily couldn't concentrate. She felt tired, restless, and scared. Her friends asked what was wrong, but she stayed quiet. Who would believe her? That night, the whispers grew louder. The lights flickered. The air felt heavy. Lily clutched her blanket, tears in her eyes. She wanted to scream for help, but she was frozen with fear. And then, she remembered her grandmother's words. Sometimes, fear only grows if you run from it. But if you face it, fear loses its power. Those words stayed in Lily's mind. Could it be true? Could bravery really defeat the darkness?